In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a subject that we don't often cover too much on cocktail channels, and that's non-alcoholic cocktails or mocktails. Now, it's coming up to that time of the year in the UK, October, where Macmillan do their sort of annual going sober for October or go sober for October, whatever it is. But we kind of have two as well. We kind of have a second one, dry January. So these videos will obviously double up for both. But, you know, cocktails don't have to be alcoholic. You can have loads and loads of fun with non-alcoholic cocktails, and especially for me in my business. I know I relate stuff to my business all the time, but I would do hen parties, cocktail masterclasses all the time where you'd have pregnant hens or your nans or your great aunts that didn't want to drink and they didn't want to be left out. So mocktails, non-alcoholic cocktails, are vital for your offering, whether you're at home and you're just inviting friends and family round, or whether you do have a pub and a bar and you need to offer something for the drivers, for the pregnant ladies, for people in general that just don't want to drink. So in this video, I've got you covered. And as I said, this will actually be a two-part video, so I'm going to do two of these videos. Now, I could have gone down the route, as I've done previously, and talked about brands that we sell here and drink stuff and the syrups and all that kind of stuff. However, what I thought would be fun would be to use some of the leftover ingredients that I've done previously on my £25 haul videos. And normally, all these ingredients you're probably likely to have lying around your house anyway. A lot of them will be part of your weekly shop. So hopefully these recipes, I'm going to break this down. In this video, we're going to be doing non-alcoholic mojitos, and you can leave the mint out if you don't really like mint, but we're going to be doing non-alcoholic mojitos here. And then in the second video, part two, I'm going to be kind of doing punches. So let me just run you through some of the ingredients I've got left over from previous hauls. As I say, there's nothing out of the ordinary here, but we're going to make three banging drinks for you. So obviously I've got some leftover mint. I've got a selection of fruit. I've got some lemons, limes and oranges there. I've got plenty more sitting over there as well. Raspberry jam, that will come out to play. I've got my sugar syrups that I've made up. So I've got my honey, I'm not sure, my almond syrups at the back here, and then just normal sugar syrup. Do you remember I got this? Go off camera now. We've got the almond extract. That's what I bought to make the almond syrup there. So we've got the almond extract. I did actually use up all the apple juice, but you know, apple juice is really easy to buy, and this is our local guys, and they've donated a case of juices to us. So apple juice, pressed apple juice. I've got some of the fake. I call fake. Got to stop calling that. I've got Aldi's version of Meditteranean tonic. I've got fake Aldi's version of Lilt, fake Lilt. This lovely Pear and Elderflower Cordial that I picked up, and Tesco's own ginger beer. So we're going to be having plenty of fun with mojitos. And the other ingredient I forgot to get out, it's just been sitting under there, is some pineapple juice, pressed pineapple juice I've got left over as well. So I'm going to be using that. That's quite handy because for the first cocktail, I'm going to show you a non-alcoholic pineapple and almond mojito. So pineapple juice, obviously what I need. I'm going to be using some lime, some fresh mint, my almond syrup that I've just got over there, and I'm going to be using Aldi's fake Lilt. Now this can get made straight in a glass. You know, I like to show you faff-free. So the first ingredient I'm going to do the juice of half a lime. And then just so I don't let anything go to waste, I've just cubed up the the half a lime, just cubed it up. So I've got 4 quarters there. I'm just going to drop them in. And now I've got my homemade almond syrup. So I'm just going for about 10 mil, just the sweetness, but about 10 mil. Now you just want about 8 to 10 mint leaves. Never muddle mint. You just take the mint leaves, palm your hand, give them a spank, and then just pop them straight in your glass. And then the pineapple juice will be up to you. I'm just going to do a 50 ml double bubble of pressed pineapple juice. Then I've got some of Aldi's Tropical Blast fake Lilt. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. And we just want about half fill a glass. No need to measure. Now I'm just going to fill the glass 2/3 full with crushed ice. Take a long bar spoon, give it a good churn, bring the limes and the mint to the top. And then I'm just going to top up with even more crushed ice. And then I'm just going to garnish with a mint sprig. Now I have to say, I've made this before many, many times. It is a staple. I love Lilt so much. But couple that with almond flavours and mint, and you've got a banging non-alcoholic mojito. I guarantee it. Everyone is going to love this. Now, your second non-alcoholic mojito, this is an old favourite, of course it is. It's just pure and simple an apple and ginger mojito. It's been, or no-hito, or non-alcoholic mojito, whatever you want to call it. It's been a go-to for years and years and years, and it's as easy as it sounds. Limes, bit of sugar syrup, bit of mint, pressed apple juice. You always need pressed. It's so much better than concentrate stuff. And just ginger beer. So again, we do exactly the same thing. I'm just going to do the juice of half a lime and squeeze that in. And then for a bit of added texture, again, just cube up that half a lime really and just put the zest in. I've just got some plain old sugar syrup again. It's just, well, I've done 2 to 1, so 2 parts sugar to 1 part boiling hot water. That's all that is. And I'm just going for 10 ml of sugar syrup. And then again, we've got some mint. So you want about 8 to 10 decent mint leaves. Palm your hand, give them a spank, and then just pop them in. Now I've got some pressed apple juice. That's always going to be better than concentrate. And adjust the taste for this, but I think 50, maybe 100 ml, but 50 ml is going to be absolutely perfect. Then, as I said, we're going for ginger beer, apple and ginger. It's just, you know, it's just that flavour combo that just works. Again, no need to measure. Just under half fill your glass. And then same as 2/3 fill your glass with crushed ice. And as I always say, we never completely fill it up because we're going to churn the drink. So if you fill it up, you're just going to spill stuff over your bar top or kitchen counter, wherever you are. So 2/3 fill your glass. Take a long bar spoon, give it a churn, bring all the limes and the mint to the top. And then just top up with crushed ice. And then to garnish, just with another mint sprig. And I've made that thousands of times. I've drunk it thousands of times over the years. It's just, I really, really do love the pineapple and the kind of almond notes in there, but apple and ginger, especially in kind of the wintry months, makes a really fun, refreshing, but also warming mojito. Honestly, it is a stunner. Now for your third mojito, I'm going to do a kind of like a raspberry and elderflower mojito, and this works perfectly. This is where the jam is going to come into play. So I've got the raspberry jam. I'm obviously going to do the limes and the mint. The sugar syrup this time is going to be the pressed, what is this, pear and elderflower cordial, and then I'm just going to top up with sort of Mediterranean tonic water. So the first ingredient, really, really easy. You're just going to take jam. Jams work amazingly well in cocktails. They really do. They're kind of ready-made purees. They're brilliant, especially the better the jam, the better they taste as well. So this is raspberry jam. You just want a good dollop of raspberry jam. Then again, same as before, we've got the juice of half a lime, squeeze that in. And then take that half and just kind of cube it up, quarter it up and just drop them in. Now the next ingredient we're going for is this lovely pear and elderflower cordial. You get this from most supermarkets, as I say. It will work very similar to a lot of sugar syrups and the bottle green cordials. Just bearing in mind, this is slightly weaker. So, for instance, this goes to 1 part cordial to 6 parts water, whereas your bottle green stuff would go 1 to 10. So they are more punchy in flavour. So I'm going to use 25 ml of this. I don't think it's going to be that or over sweet, but bearing in mind, if you do want to use, I wouldn't go less than that. But what you could do is add more lime to cut it back. However, don't forget we have got the tonic water as well, which will cut it back. So 25 ml should be about perfect. Nearly had a false start, nearly went for the tonic, then I forgot my mint. It doesn't really matter what order you do them, I just like doing them in the order that I do. So I've got 8 to 10, I've got a few more because they're tiny leaves, but 8 to 10 mint leaves. You know the drill, palm your hand, spank the mint, drop them in. And now we go for the Mediterranean tonic water, which I think is a great alternative to soda water in a lot of drinks. Mojitos, Collins, all those kind of cocktails. The Mediterranean tonic, whether you go for Aldi's, which is really, really good, or Fever Trees, it doesn't matter. It's just that same flavour, and I think they work a treat. So no need to measure. As I've always done, slightly under half full. And that'll roughly be about half the can, that's it. Now I'm just gonna give this a quick churn because of the jam before I put ice in. So I'm just gonna mix all those ingredients together. Now I'm gonna fill up with crushed ice. Give it another churn to combine the ingredients. And then you know what's coming, garnish with a mint sprig. And I absolutely love that as well. That is not overly sweet. I love the Mediterranean tonic water because it dials it back. The sweetness is dialed back. which means you can have fun with different flavors. The pear and elderflower really comes through. Raspberry and elderflower is a great combo. Honestly, these 3 mojitos, non-alcoholics, you can have so much fun for going sober in October, for dry January, for any time of the year where you don't want to have a drink. Obviously, you can just add some rum to these. You could add vodka flavoured gin. But let me know what you think. So which one would be your favourite? What would you go? And if you've got any other sort of mojito suggestions, non-alcoholic, what would you kind of make? And if you want even more cocktail inspiration, dive into that video right there.